We have a memory, a fondness when it comes to food and family. Every single meal in my mind will bring me right back to a specific date in time. So I live like that. I live going back, forward, back, forward. I go back, touch the memory, come forward and bring the skill, time and energy. My name is Jahson, Managing Director and owner of Zionly Manna Vegan Rastarant. Our take on African Caribbean vegan Ital cuisine. It's named after my daughter, Zionly. She's my third child, but she's my first daughter. It was important for myself, not just I had a good role model for my sons, but also especially for my daughter. And when we talk of our ancestors, the girls carry the egg from one generation to the next generation to the next generation. So she's my mother, my grandmother, and so on. I learned a lot from my grandmother. First of all, not just the technique, cooking for necessity, cooking what's there, being creative, not having a menu, not having a recipe, not even having all the ingredients that you might want. But she cooked with will and love, and by the time you turned around, the food was there. Whatever it was, it didn't have a name to it, but it was called food. So when it came to having a vegan restaurant, I started to see how vegan cuisine was just going up and beyond, like it became like a gold star standard within cuisine, so you had to pay more. I wanted to have a fixed price, low budget, affordable community-based meal, which would happen to be 100% meat-free. Leadership to me means you have the power to influence. So I've always looked at how the rude boys and the bad men then influence the area. And their form of leadership, and whatever we can say, good or bad, people do follow them. So growing up in the North Peckham estate, where it was synonymously, it's a real violent area, notorious area, whatever the media would have said about the area would have been true. But the leaders in there were also the people who opened the Saturday schools, and usually the Rasta within the community that would stop and talk to you as young people and guide you in the right way. Pandemic, COVID-19, we closed down for about 4 months. It's the longest time I've ever probably stopped work since my child was born. And I can safely say, if I didn't have a strong mind, I probably would have gone. I wouldn't have gone off. I probably would have gone off. Yes, I would have gone off. I'd have flipped. Because you've got all those things hanging over you. You're self-employed. Now, who pays your home rent? It wasn't just about the business. It was about my home. So I took everything out. I developed my juices. I had everything in my house I could do online, and then something told me, why am I even doing that? I'm giving myself more pressure, I'm putting pressure on my home. So I didn't want to be squeezed two ways. And I had really good customers that always contacted me to say, how are you? What are you doing? Do you really want to do? Can I help? They was even going to give me money to come cook. They would, any little thing they was trying. I said, to be honest, I'm going to just sit and take a break. That's when I knew I had something that was better than just having a business or just having a product that I can just buy and sell. It was personal. What I'm doing is a personal thing. It's a personal journey. So when you come to me, you're getting the food and a personal service, because I know who you are, how you, I'm taking a bit of time. I might take too much time up with the girls who might say, move over to the side. But I value each one as a family member, because so it's like, welcome to Zionly Manna family. Vegan means Ital to me. It means food cooked by the sun, so raw foods, natural foods. Food devoid of as much salt as possible, so you could fly and levitate. Those are the words that we used to use amongst our community as Rasta. Soursop is not new, we've been using that for ages. Jackfruit, we've been using that for ages. Curry jackfruit, châtaigne they call it in Trinidad, they've been using that for ages. So you're talking of our culture has just been colonized again with the V. It's been called vegan. And you find that people who can actually produce this tasty vegan meals that are really making the money now are the African Caribbean. They don't know Nigeria's full of vegan food. They don't know Ghana's full of vegan food. But we don't call it vegan food. We just say it's got no meat. You know, so I think as cultural people, we have to start taking back the banner We can put the vegan because obviously it's going to put the spin on it, it's put the money on it, but we also must promote our culture and tell them that we've been eating this way for millennia, and it serves us in good stead for physical, mental and spiritual strength.
God, thank you for our family. Thank you for the food we are about to eat. Let it nourish our body. Please provide food for those who are without. Bless us, our God, as we sit together. Bless the food we eat today. Bless the hands that make the food. Bless us, our God. Amen.